Hi, I'm Luke Richardson, and this is my debut novel, Kathmandu. I'm so excited to finally see this out in the world. It's been a couple of years in the making, but it's finally there. First of all, I wanted to just say thank you for taking an interest in my writing. It really has meant a lot to see Kathmandu out in the world and to get the positive comments that I have. It's been absolutely brilliant. Writing is an inherently lonely process. I've spent a couple of years or a couple of hours each day for a couple of years on my own thinking about imaginary people and putting them in horrible situations. And when you think about it like that, that's quite strange, isn't it? Because I could imagine doing nice things to imaginary people, putting them in good situations, but you're putting them in situations that's going to cause them angst and pain and anxiety and these sorts of things. It's not very nice when you think about it like that, is it? But that's what we do as writers, and that's what make interesting books, hopefully. And so thank you for that. And I really appreciate you coming on this journey with me. My journey towards writing this book, though, has not been a straightforward one, as I suppose everyone's journey towards writing a book isn't. I'm 33 now. It's taken me a few years to sort of want to do it. I think I needed to see a little bit of the world before that. That was why. I think I needed to see and experience and sort of understand a bit of the world before being able to put it onto paper. That's not to say that people younger than me couldn't write great books, and I'm sure there are many examples of them, but for me, I think I needed to do that. It started though, my want to start writing obviously started with my love of reading. I've always loved stories. I've loved the transformational nature of stories. I've loved how stories can take you to places you've never been before, places that don't exist, places that haven't existed for thousands of years, or places that are, far away from where you actually are. I love that. And I love the idea that a story can stay with you. Long after that final page has been turned, that story, those characters are still going through your mind. Now, my story, Kathmandu, is obviously set in Asia, but the main characters travel across India as well. And when I was in India for the first time a few years ago, I visited Mumbai, and I felt like I was reconnecting with the books that I'd read in that place, because it's such an incredible place, so vibrant and so lively and so energetic and so crazy. And I've read some books from that place. I felt like I knew what I was expecting, like I was coming back to that place rather than visiting for the first time. And for me, that sort of idea, that sort of ability to transport you from one place to the next is incredible within books, and I love that. So I grew up in Hastings on the south coast of England, and I now live in Nottingham, where I moved a few years ago for university and have stayed here ever since. During that time, I worked as a nightclub DJ, which I still do, and worked as an English teacher, which I still do for a couple of days a week, which I love. I love the variety. That's one of the key points for me, is having a life that has variety. I love to be able to travel, see my family, spend time with my friends, write in any place that I can. Kathmandu was written all over the world. It was written in coffee shops and in bars and in cafes and planes and boats and buses and all sorts of things. And that tapestry of movement and change I find very inspiring, and I find it very healthy for my creative process. Now, this is the first of many books, hopefully. For me, this is an author career rather than one book. The second book, Hong Kong, is with the editor at the moment, and I'm hoping that to be out in around the autumn of this year, 2019. But I'd like to share that journey with you, actually. I'd like you as much as possible to come on that journey with me. I've put together a mailing list. I use it probably a couple of times a month to keep people updated with my new book releases, with what I'm doing, with any exciting news that happens. So around the time of releasing books, I send more stuff, and then I might go quiet for a couple of months whilst I'm writing. And I'd really like for you, if you're interested, to join that as well. Very straightforward. There is a link in the description of this video to my website, lukerichardsonauthor.com. And right on the top of there, there's a box you can put your email address in, and you'll be added straight away. Thank you so much again for your interest in my writing. If you haven't already, check out Kathmandu. It's on Amazon at the moment. If you just search Kathmandu Luke Richardson, you'll find it. And I look forward to sharing many future adventures with you.